First, I would like to speak to you about this topic. Please read this holy text out loud. If is dull, in other words, not being sharpened, an axe, and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength. But wisdom brings success. What does this word mean? What does it have to do with your love life? Well, literally, the word is saying the following. If the logger is going to cut a tree and the axe is dull, then he will have to double his efforts to give many more blows, and it will take much longer to do that job than if he had spent a little time sharpening his tool before sharpening the axe, his tool. Then, with his tool sharpened, he would do the work in an easier way and wouldn't need to apply so much force. So what is the wisdom, the teaching to our lives, and what does this have to do with our love life? We all know and use tools in our lives. I'm using a tool now, a microphone. A tool that if I haven't had access to it, those who are further away wouldn't listen to my voice. But through the microphone, you who are back there, you who are watching through the live transmission, you can listen to me. My voice can reach the other side of the world, literally speaking, through an excellent tool. In other words, we all use tools to do some kind of work, to strengthen our capacity of reaching others. This is the use of a tool. From a knife to cut something, scissors. You, man, who need to change the tire of your car, imagine changing the tire of your car, removing the screws with your own hands. How would you do that? That's impossible. You women who paint your nails, imagine doing it without a brush. How would that be? Tell me. You will dip the tip of your finger and pass on the nails. It would be a disaster. Yes, a simple tool, just a brush, can do a magnificent work. Everybody knows the value, the importance of tools. Everybody uses them and can live without them. This since the beginning of humanity. God gave to humans the wisdom, intelligence to create tools to facilitate their work so they don't suffer and often get hurt and be unable to finish their work. So God gave us intelligence and wisdom. In love life, you also have the power to create and use tools to solve or prevent relationship problems. And you need to become skilled at using these tools. Like in your work, when you do any task, you must first learn to use that company's tools. And whoever uses the tool better does the work better. Am I right? And if you use the available tools for your love life, whether single or married, you will overcome the challenges you face in your love life. You won't have to double your strength, your effort, as many seem to put so much effort to have minor results. Why? Because they lack the knowledge or skill to use the tools of love.
Yes, and normally you use the love tools for problems which are repetitive, because they are problems which the person takes a while to understand really that that situation needs to be changed. And then whenever you speak about the problem, the person has difficulties because it annoys them. They spoke once, there she comes, here she comes. So the person cannot see that it is a problem. They only see that it is the other person trying to annoy them. So the tools helps you to remove these uncomfortable feelings. We used tools in our marriage, and this one I speak a lot because it has helped me a lot, which is the 10 seconds.
To erase the last 10 seconds.
The two of the 10 seconds.
Whoever read Bulletproof Marriage book, you know it.
Because he always complained that I would speak to him in a way that he didn't like. And I couldn't understand how I spoke normally. No, you disrespected me. You cannot speak to me like this. And I don't know. I don't see anything wrong. I speak to everybody like this. What's your problem? So we would always have this problem, this same annoying problem, because it was a habit that I had, probably something that I grew up with, and would annoy him. So when we used this tool, it gave me kind of a warning. I would go to the bedroom, I would say something to him, and then he would, wait a second, let me come inside again. I'll give you 10 seconds for you to speak to me again. So he would come back, come inside to the bedroom, and then I would realize, okay, let me speak to him in another way. So we had fun with a problem that we had, and we solved because he used these tools 3 times. And then I learned.
Yes, and you learned. That's it. What was the problem? The problem was she didn't realize that a certain way to talk to me would cause a chain reaction of disrespect. I felt bad by the way she spoke to me, but it was a natural way of speaking to her. And on my side, I had a bad reaction. I was upset, angry.
He would be upset with me.
Do you know when you feel something when you are disrespected? As I was not exploding but imploding. I'll give her the silent treatment. I also had a problem. As she didn't see the problem, she repeated it. So we were in a vicious cycle. Then the Holy Spirit gave this inspiration. How will I solve this? Then this idea came. We created this tool. The tool is, whenever this happens, I will not have the bad reaction, but I'll give you a tip. Listen, it happened. I'll give you a chance. I will erase the last 10 seconds. Why 10 seconds? Because usually 10 seconds is the length of a phrase. And it was the time it took to cause a bad reaction within me. So I will tell her, I will pretend I haven't heard this last 10 seconds. I'll give you a chance for you to say it again. And she knew it. When I was saying that, it's because she had hit a nerve. And she'll say, oh, okay. What I meant is, she'll tell me. And then she would rephrase what she was saying, and that will become a lighter situation. And precisely on the moment of the mistake, she would know when and what the mistake was, and I wouldn't be in bad terms with her. So the tool we created to erase the last 10 seconds, or to pretend you erased, like on your phone, you erase something that you didn't like. So we solved this problem that lasted for a long time in the beginning of our marriage. Most probably you had an experience like that. Most people went through something like this. Maybe you are in the house of friends or relatives, and there's a couple that they're clashing. They start to speak to each other in a disrespectful way, sending indirect messages to each other, and you say, it's getting tense. Have you been through that? We've never been through that, am I right? And you think, shut up. Yes or no? You want to tell the person who is being inconvenient, who is only making the situation worse, whether husband or wife, you want them to stop, to not make the situation worse, but the person can see that they are making it worse. What was happening there? What was happening is a classic example of one or two people who had no notion what the problem was and what to do in regards to the problem, how to react in the moment. It's just as you trying to put a screw without using a screwdriver, but trying to put a screw with a hammer. What do you think will happen if you try to put a screw on the wall or wood with a hammer? You will get hurt, you will bend the screw, you will damage the material. You won't be able to do it because it's the wrong tool. It's not the right tool. Likewise, many people use the wrong tool at all times in their relationship. It's the wrong tool to speak. They don't know how to speak to the husband or wife. It's the wrong tool when expressing the problem. They don't know how to even identify the problem. Many couples tell us, I don't even know what the problem is. I don't know why we fight.
Yes, and sometimes in the daily life, for example, during the night, because during the night, there is a tool for the couple to sleep well. And sometimes the person does not know this tool. Sometimes there are complaints that the couple don't have intimacy for a while because it's lacking this tool, the right tool, because they're on the moment, a romantic moment. They destroy everything talking about a problem that happened during the day. So it's just one word, one comment, that's it. Nothing happens on the night. So the person knows how to use the tool on the daily life.
There are tools that we should use daily, and others time to time, when a situation happens. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.